All right, guys, wrong. There we go. So we just finished the case 1 of chapter 7. Now we're working on case 2. We'll close out of this. To start my case 2, I'm going to go to my dashboard, change this to case 2, just so that I know that's what I'm working on. Save. All right. Case 2 says add 2 new accounts like you did in the chapter payroll expense and payroll taxes payable liability. So these were literally the same ones that we've created last time, so we're going to duplicate them. It's up to you whether you choose to create new ones or use the same ones. I wouldn't hold it against you if you just want to use the same ones because it's kind of redundant and it's like this all the time. I can understand where the frustration would come from. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create them just because it does tell us to create 2 new accounts. So I'm going to go to accounting, chart of accounts, and I'm going to go to new, and it is going to, payroll is going to be an expense. So I'm just going to go to expenses, payroll expense, payroll expense. I'm going to call it case 2 or do I have to call it O2? I don't remember what I've been doing. I'm going to call it case 2. Case 2. And then I'm going to save and close. And it also says payroll taxes payable is what it wants me to add. New. This is a other current liability. It is payroll taxes payable. And again with case 2. Save and close. All right, number 2 says add a new employee, Frank Benjamin. Looks very familiar. So new employee, I'm going to go to workers, employees. I'm going to add an employee. I'm not doing a turn on payroll right now. First name is Franklin or Frank. Last name is Benjamin. Address is 32 Ocean View Lane. That's La Jolla, California. Zip code is 92037. I'm going to save. We'll add a second new employee. I'm going to not turn on payroll right now. I'm going to type in our information. Excuse me. Her address is 2323 First Street. That is in La Jolla, California. Zip code is 92037. Save that one. All right. 4 says payroll is paid twice a month on the 16th and the last day of each month. Record payroll like you did in the chapter for 1/16/19 based on the information shown in figure 717. After recording each employee's check, be sure to designate it as a recurring transaction. All right, so new check, create, check. Checking account 2 is what I need to be selecting. The date is going to be 1/16/19. The first employee is going to be Frank. Select Frank. First account. And this is where it's going to get tricky. Our expense is going to be payroll expense case 2 in the amount of $3,000. The second one is going to be, we're going to go to our other current liabilities, payroll taxes payable case 2 in the amount of $640. This is a negative 640 because they're coming out of our paycheck. The next one again is payroll expense. This payroll expense for case 2, $229.50. And the payroll taxes payable, which is a other current liability for case 2, is going to be negative $229.50. Awesome. $23.60 should be the total. Oh, I just clicked that. $23.60 should be the total. The funny thing is that net check amount's off by 50 cents. If you look at it on the figure 7-17, if you take the 3,000 and you subtract the other stuff from it, it's off 50 cents, which is kind of strange. Plus 50 off 50, plus 50 off 50. Should be a flat number. All right, so here we got it, 2,300 or 2360, excuse me. 1/16/2019, case 2, Frank Benjamin. We're good to say, we want to make reoccurring before we save anything. It's going to be unscheduled. We're going to save that template and save that check for us. All right, so the next one is Sarah. I'm going to go to new, check. Checking account 2, 1-16-19. Sarah. This is going to be payroll tax expense. Case 2. Payroll expense, excuse me. Case 2. It's going to be 1331-25. The next is going to be payroll tax expense under other current liabilities for case 2. This amount is going to be $284.22. This is a negative $284.22. The next is going to be payroll expense, case 2. In the amount of $101.84. And we are going to have payroll tax. Get so many accounts in here that makes it hard to find. Right there, payroll tax payable for negative $101.84. All right. There, I hit it again. All right, we got the right amounts, we got the right check number, we got the right date, checking account, make reoccurring, unscheduled, save template. Should be good to go. Use the recurring transaction template you created above to help you record payroll as you did in the chapter for 131.19 based on the information provided. So something that I just want to check, when we click save template, it is saving the template, but I want to make sure it's actually charging as well. So I'm just going to go real quick to reports, and I didn't look at this in the past. I'm going to go to case 2. I'm going to look and make sure I got these checks sent out. These checks, there should be 2 checks written. There's not any checks written. Yep, excuse me. Yeah, you should see a check for 1/16/19 for the employee for Frank and for Sarah. And you do not see that. I was afraid of that. So I'm going to go back to report list. I want to look at case 1. I have Ben and Betsy. Both of them have theirs here, but they should have 4 checks because they don't have anything in the middle. So though that template was saved, it was not charged. Does that make sense? So what I need to do is I need to go back through this one for the 17th, 1/17 of 18, and do both of these a second time. Because they only showed up one here for the last day, because whenever I saved them as a template, it did not also save the check, or it did not create the check. So before I do anything else from case 2, I gotta go back through and fix this. I'm going back to create. Actually, I'm going to do the gear, recurring transaction. It is Ben Franklin. I'm going to use that. This date, it should be 1/17 of 18. Checking count 1 set up correct. Save and new. I'm going to go back to the gear, recurring transaction, Betty Ross, use, 1/17/18, save and new. Alright. Now I also need to do these 2 for Sarah and Frank because I created them, but I did not issue checks. 1/17/18 is the wrong date. It should be 1/16 of 19. Case 2 is right. Save and new. And Frank. Man, did I just do Frank once? It is late and I am tired. 1/16 and 19. I'm going to click Save and New. And then make sure I just didn't do Frank twice. So this is case 2. Reports. Case 2. Nope. I did Sarah then Frank. So I'm good. I just need to do one of each for the 31st. And then I'll be done with this case as well. So, gear icon, recurring transactions. I'm going to do Sarah first so I don't forget her. I'm going to change this 16 to the 31st like it says in the book. And save and new. I'm going to do the gear. Oh, I'm right back here. Frank, I'm going to use 31st, save and new. Alright. So now I need to do 2 things. I need to show you what case 1 really should look like. And then I need to show you case 2. So I'm going to go to my reports. I'm going to go to my trial balance for case 1. And this is what the trial balance for case 1 should look like. Because originally, in the last video, I created the templates for the checks for the 1/16 of 2018, but I did not post them. So now that you see what that is, I want to export to PDF. Save as PDF. I'm going to go ahead and save this because I've already saved it once. And I'm going to change it. And it was chapter 7, case 1. Saved it to fall 2018. Replace it. Good to go. That is the trial balance. Back to my report list. Transaction detail by account, case 1. PDF. Save as PDF. Blow this up so you can see it. Make it a little wider for you. We're at the top. This is what it really should have been for case 1. Now, granted, up here at the top it says case 3. That's because case 3 is the case that we saved the reports in. And I have been failing to change the top every time. Shame on me. Alright, so these are the balances that you should have. This is the balance for the second page. And then the third page. Really what you should have is the expense account should be increasing and your cash account should be decreasing. Payroll expense right here for these payroll checks, 118, 2 of them each, right? 1 check, 2 check, 17th and the 31st. This is case 1. And for the second employee, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, looks good to me. All right, so now I need to save this. And again, this was Chapter 7, Case 1. Save it to my fall of 2018, replace it, and then I can exit out of that. All right, so that was Case 1. Now I need to look at Case 2. Go to Reports, Trial Balance Case 2. This is going to be it. Save as PDF. Make it large for you guys. While you're watching that, I'm going to change the name. Chapter 7, Case 2. Fall 2018. Good to go for the trial balance. Back to my report list. Transaction detail by account for Case 2. Export to PDF. Save as PDF. Full screen that bad boy. Zoom in so you can see what's going on. This is our checking account cash balance. You should see 4 checks in here. Sarah, Frank, Sarah and Frank. Keep on going down. You'll see page 2. Go back to the top. There's page 2. And then page 3. There's the payroll expense checks. Payroll expense. All right, guys. So that's it for case 2. If you guys have any questions, holler at me. Let me know. Anything else I did wrong, holler at me. I'm definitely sure I make mistakes from time to time, especially when it comes to trying to record these videos late at night. Chapter 7, Case 2. Fall. All right, guys.